How's it going, guys? Chris Graham here for welovebetting.co.uk, and it's time for Stats Chat. But it's Sunday, Chris. How can it be Stats Chat? Well, it's a different sort of Stats Chat today. It's about horse racing rather than football because of the Cheltenham Festival starts on Tuesday. And I love horse racing, so I thought, why not incorporate Stats Chat away from football and into horse racing for next week's festival? Because, as we all know, racing fans, there's so many trends and stats to take note of over the 4 days of the Cheltenham Festival. So I've highlighted 5 things that I want to talk to you about and hopefully point you in the right direction of placing a winner bet and avoiding a losing bet. I used this book, I'll gleefully say, the Paul Jones Weatherby's Cheltenham Festival betting guide. Fantastic book, but I used that as a template, I guess, and then developed the themes into my own research last night. So let's just kick straight on with this. How will this work? Let's just kick on with it. And I'll start talking about Hurricane Fly, who of course runs in the Champion Hurdle on Tuesday, going for the 3rd Champion Hurdle. I think if he wins this, he will overtake Estebrac in the all-time pecking order of great hurdlers, winning 3 Champion Hurdles in 4 years. Amazing. But the stats say he ain't got a hope in hell. Because quite simply, he's too old. He's 10 years old. And age is a massive, massive factor when you're betting on horses and key races like this. The fact is he's 10 years old now, and no horse as old as 10 has won this race since 1981. That's 31 consecutive years where a single figure age has won the Champion Hurdle. In 1981, the last time a horse was at a double figure age won the Champion Hurdle. Only Hatton's Grace and Sea Pigeon have won the Champion Hurdle at double figure age. Hatton's Grace 1950 and 1951 as an 11-year-old in 1951, and Sea Pigeon 1980 and 1981, 11-year-old in 1981. It's incredible. And just looking at the century, some big guns have failed to pull it off. Estebrac in 2002 was 10-year-old when he was pulled up. Rooster Booster went off favourite in 2004 as a 10-year-old and failed, of course. And Hardy Eustace, the horse that beat Rooster Booster in 2004, failed in 2007 as a 10-year-old to win his 3rd Champion Hurdle. So lots of reasons not to back Hurricane Fly on Tuesday. I won't be. Another horse to avoid, I think, is Big Box. Now, after his defeat in the Cleeve Hurdle in January, people were mixed. Some people disappointed. Some people think, no, it's a nice wee pipe opener for the World Hurdle in March. But since then, just a wave of negativity towards this horse. I can't find anyone in the world who wants to back this on Thursday, and I certainly don't, because again, it's an age factor here. Only one horse of double figure age has won the World Hurdle ever since it was introduced, I think, in the early 1970s. That was a horse called Crimson Embers in 1986. Again, some fairly decent horses have tried and failed. Barracuda, one of my all-time favourite horses, tried in 2005. He went off favourite as a 10-year-old in the 2005 World Hurdle, losing to Ingles Drever. And just another reason to oppose Big Bucks. No World Hurdle winner has finished outside the top 2 the last time he run since 1998. A horse called Princeville who won the World Hurdle. Big Bucks finished 3rd in his prep race back in January in the Cleeve Hurdle, like I said. So no horse has finished outside the top 2 in the race before this and went on to win since Princeville in 1998. Another reason to avoid Big Bucks. Let's kick on. Stat 3, and it's an incredible stat. It really is. Paul Nicholls, you must know this. Paul Nicholls, one of the greats of horse racing, one of the great trainers of the game, has not had a winner over fences, not had a chase winner since 2009, since Cotter Star won the Gold Cup in 2009. He's failed 4 festivals in a row to pick up a win over the Cheltenham fences. Incredible. I did a bit of digging last night. I make it 12 horses at odds of 5-1 or shorter who have failed for Paul Nicholls to win over fences. Let's have a quick look at the top of the pile in terms of odds. Cotter Star 8-11 in the 2010 Gold Cup. Another odds on shot, yep. Masterminded was 4-5 favourite when he failed in the 2010 Champion Chase. He also failed at 2-1 the following year. You've also got Unionist at 5-2. He went off 5-2 favourite in the RSA last year and failed. Pockerland was 11-4 favourite in the 2010 Ryanair and failed. And I won't go deeper into it, but like it's a Gazelle, Alfarov, Definity, Denman, Cottstar twice more, and Silvianaco Conti, of course, is his big chase hope this year. Also failed last year, odds of 4-1 in the Gold Cup. Paul Nicholls, no chase winner since 2009. Will that trend continue this year? Who knows? Let's talk about the RSA here, the Royal Sun Alliance Chase, and it used to be known. Quite an interesting one, this. Last 7 RSA winners were aged 7, exactly 7 years old, and 12 of the last 14. The only 2 that have broken that trend over the last 14 years. Rule Supreme in 2004, who I believe was a second season novice, and Stardom Hazen, he was just 5 and he won it in 2006. So essentially, if your horse is 7 in this race on Wednesday, you've got a chance. Looking at the betting, 4 of the top 5 are 7, so it's not it's Ballycasey, yes. Mad Place, yes. Morning Assembly, yes. Cornwood, yes. Carlingford Lock, no. So if you like Carlingford Lock, was a big trend against you. He's 8, not 7. And finally, the Champion Hurdle on Tuesday, which looks like being the best race of the whole festival. And 2 of the key trial races have appalling records going into this race, because only one of the last 22 Christmas Hurdle winners, Christmas Hurdle, one of the big trial races, they run it in Boxing Day at Kempton, and generally horses who win that are very short in the betting come March for the Champion Hurdle. But in fact, only one of the last 22 winners who went on to run in the Champion Hurdle have won. That was Crebensis, who won it in 1989, the Christmas Hurdle in 1989, and followed up in March in the 1990 Champion Hurdle. So that's bad news if you like my tent or yours, guys, because he won the Christmas Hurdle on Boxing Day. So that's bad news for him. Looking at some of the others who failed, Go Native went off 11-4 favourite in the 2010 Champion Hurdle after winning the 2009 Christmas Hurdle. He failed. Archibald went off at 7-1 in 2005 after winning on Boxing Day the previous year. He failed. Intersky Falcon failed in 2003, and Landing Light went off a shot as 100-30 in the 2002 Champion Hurdle after winning the Christmas Hurdle in 2001. He failed. And another one against the new one. This is just one of the last 24 winners of the International Hurdle, another big trial race in mid-December at Cheltenham. Just one the last 24 international winners have won that race and then went on to win the Champion Hurdle. That was the great Rooster Booster, who won it in 2002 and came back in March of 2003 and won the Champion Hurdle. This is a lot more sobering reading, this one, because there's some big horses that won this race in mid-December, then failed in March. Talking about in chronological order, Zarkander, 72 last year, failed. Minora, who was 3-1 in 2011, failed after winning in 2010. Binocular went up 6-4 favourite in 2009 after he won in 2008. He failed. Osana, 92. Detroit City, 6-4 favourite in 2007 Champion Hurdle after winning the International in 2006. He failed. Back in Front, joint favourite, 72 joint favourite in 2005 after he won the 2004 International Hurdle. He failed. Rigmarole, 41, and Valerimix, who sadly was killed 3-1 in 2002 after winning in 2001. So that's bad news. That's bad news if you like the new one, isn't it? Let's be honest. But it's it's all up in there. I've opposed Hurricane Fly in the trends, I've opposed my tent or yours in the trends, and I'm opposing the new one in the trends. So is it up to our corner? Is it our corner's big game on Tuesday? Anyway, 9 minutes in, I better shut up now, but that's my Cheltenham edition of Stats Chat. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great festival, because I certainly will.